death of another one. Mom lost another son. Live by the sword and you die by another gun. Popping like your bubble gum. Chopper chopping at your guts. Clips from your bubble limp. Run like your Forrest Gump.
Hey, what's going on? This C Keys. Peace and blessings on this beautiful evening we have today.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Twixx, and I have a few questions for C Keys. What does gun control look like to you?
So let's talk about that. A gun does not have emotions. It's just designed to react. So when we talk gun control, we're talking control of the person that's holding the gun. I think the truth with this and any other weapon, be it the tongue, be it a gun, be it a sword, it is up to the person wielding that or holding that determines the reaction of that gun. Or how do I feel about people's inability to control their emotions with a gun? So basically I'm saying gun control to me looks like a person that exhibits all the characteristics of not reacting emotionally when having that gun in their hand, logically thinking of the situation and the consequences, not just of the person that you're shooting at or for, but also the consequences on how they'll react to you. Is this a form of self-defense? Am I thinking off of emotions and reacting and trying to use my emotions as a means to justify my reaction? Am I overthinking the process out of fear, opposed to me looking at the situation logically and trying to find every opportunity available to avoid using that weapon before making the decision to pull that trigger?
There's been a lot of talk on mass shootings and mental health. What are your thoughts?
Now, in regards to mass shootings and how they relate to mental health, first and foremost, before I start the answer to this question, I would like to send a blessing, peace, love, and prayers to all those who have lost loved ones due to these mass shootings. This has now become an epidemic, and I think mass shootings have not just impacted the direct families who've lost loved ones, but also have impacted those that are still around that now have new concerns they didn't have to worry about when stepping out their door to drop their kids to school. I think mental health is something that needs to be addressed more on a level than just raising the awareness, but talking about the solutions and trying to come up with relativity and relation between how and why has this become so prevalent. What is allowing this to be a choice or an option for a young child or teen when things can't go their way? They can't find answers. They can't find happiness, peace, or joy.
What is your take on gun violence in our neighborhoods, in our communities?
This one is a complicated one as far as a solution, because ideally we would love to create therapy and opportunity for people to be able to express themselves, express their hurt, pain, and agony, and be able to get a solution that does not include death of loved ones. I think it's going to take getting together, and it's more than one answer to this grand solution, because we have to look at the bigger scope of things. The popularity of guns, the availability and accessibility to guns. We have to look at how gun violence is promoted, how it's celebrated, how it's shown in movies, how it's shown in music, how it's shown in entertainment, now even sports. This is going to definitely be a direct correlation and continue to be an issue.
If you could change a gun law, what would that be and why?
If I was able to change a particular gun law, I think it would be somewhere along the lines of picking a firearm that matches the occasion. I'm not going to wear a robe to a wedding, swimming trunks to church. Basically, if I'm going to an environment, family event, family get-together, possible potential threats that I make up in my mind, then yeah, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea bringing a firearm and concealing that weapon. But an AR-15, assault rifle, There's no reason for me to go to a family picnic with that. Hunting? Maybe. Shooting range? Maybe. But not to the Piggly Wigglies or the Winco Foods. I guess for me, I haven't created yet a monster big enough in my mind to be able to just think every time I leave, oh, let me grab my keys, my wallet, my shoes, and my strap. That's just me. I think the appropriate means for using a firearm is whenever you're in a situation where you've exhausted all of your opportunities to evade the situation, escape the situation, or talk your way out of the situation. Not letting your emotions be the decision maker on pulling the trigger, but more so in a form of defending yourself or protecting yourself from a potential direct threat, not a what-if scenario.
When is the use of a gun appropriate?
Well, perfect example. Let's take a vehicle. Vehicle is used to transport you from point A to point B. Now, although this is the proper use of this vehicle, some people choose to drive under the influence of alcohol, abuse the functions of the vehicle, which can potentially cause death, harm, disablement. No different than a firearm. So again, it ties back to the original question and statement. It's not necessarily the gun itself. It's the emotion and psychological balance of the person holding that weapon that determines how it's viewed in society. Also, it depends on how society promotes, celebrates, and advertises that weapon that can determine its place in society. So again, the gun itself is purgatory. It's how it's used or abused that makes the big difference.
Wes'Side,